Yeah, boy. I'm back, baby. What it do? Speak before you think in the building. Welcome back. All right, boys. Listen, episode 32 is here. Look, man, I took off. Went on vacation for like 2 weeks. Came back busy as a motherfucker. Couldn't get myself going. You know, when you go on vacation, you feel like you're just trying to catch up when you come back the whole time. So, you know, I lost a bit of time with the playoffs and everything. But look, I did watch everything. Last place I left off, I believe it was before the game 6 or 7 of the Bucks series. So, Bucks Nets. I remember I didn't forget that KD airballed the game winner, but did make a nasty shot to send it to overtime. But, you know, just couldn't pull through. It's not that easy, okay, with super teams. So, just to throw that out there, I think I touched base on that in the last video or the video before that, that we got to hold people to the same standard we're holding LeBron. We're not cutting, you know, we're not going to make it easy for Giannis. We're not going to make it easy for KD because we didn't make it easy for LeBron, right? And just want to make sure we're going to stay on the same path. If not, then it's okay to hold LeBron to a different standard because he's the only one who threatens the GOAT. Okay? He's the only one in the conversation. So let's not have a short memory, all right, with the greatness that LeBron has. So let's move past that. Like I said, I've been off for a while, but I did take many, many notes while I was gone, okay? And just to start off from that point on, you know, obviously, you know, Brooklyn didn't have their main big hitters, but I did think that KD was good enough to get it done, and he was. It's just that you do need that little sidekick to hit that shot, to help you out, to pull you through that last little bit. And to be honest with you, you know, he really didn't have it. Joe Harris wasn't feeling it. And things like that has happened to a lot of great players and who we judge. Look, Barkley never won one. I'm sure you can go back, find some tape on Barkley where someone failed him, not Barkley's fault. You know, I'm sure you could go back, find Allen Iverson clips where it's not Allen Iverson's fault. You know, it's not always the superstar on the team's fault. I can't blame him every single time. So I'm not going to blame KD, drop 40 plus. Just couldn't get it done. The Bucks are well equipped. They've been doing this for 3-4 years. You know, powerhouse, you know, of the East. Finally, they pulled through, and now they made it to the NBA Finals. Well deserved. We had the Giannis scare with his knee, and I'll be honest with you, I really did think that it was over. With, I believe 99% of the people out there thought it was over for the Bucks, but Giannis is like a super freak, I guess. I don't know, and the Suns are just meshing so well. So anyway, we got all the way to Game 5. All right, Suns down 0-2 or Bucks down 0-2, then. Come back, tie it up 2-2. Chris Paul doesn't have the greatest game last game. Had some turnovers to remember. And also, Devin Booker, the game prior to that, game 3, he was a shell of himself. So, you know, I know he went off, dropped 42, but then Chris Paul didn't come through for him. So, everything has to click at the exact same time to win an NBA championship. That's why we take for granted what LeBron did by going there 7 out of 8 years. You know, 8 of the last 9, some crazy shit like that. So, you know, it's not easy, and we take it for granted. I know we do. You can tell by the way people are acting, talking about this finals, like it's so easy to do. It's just not. It's not realistic to even give these players these type of what's the word I'm looking for? Like, look, I'll give you an example. Chris Paul been in the league for how long? He's just now to the NBA Finals. He's been to the Western Conference Finals so many times, so many situations where, yeah, some of them were, you could put it on him, some turnovers he had on the Clippers against the Warriors in that 3-1 comeback. I get it, but it's just not easy, man. It's just not. So let's give these guys a break and appreciate the moment that we have with a 2-2 series. We got a game tonight. I personally think originally I chose the Suns to win this series, and I just feel like the wheels might be falling off at the wrong time for the Suns, and things are clicking for the Bucks. But I do think the Bucks are going to win the NBA Finals. I think that it's going to go 7 games, and they're going to win on the road in Phoenix. The reason why I say that is because I feel that they are more mentally tough than Phoenix is. I think that Phoenix has unfolded a bit in these last 2 games. I'm not sure how they're going to recover, but I do believe that Chris Paul could do it. I just am giving the edge to the Bucks. This is just my opinion. I think Giannis has a mindset right now where he's not going to get stopped. He definitely has come to terms with himself as far as not being a shooter and learning to just put your head down and get to that hoop. If you want to take, a mid-range here and there, that's different, just to keep guys honest. But he doesn't even need to. He's so dominant driving the hoop. And Middleton's been deadly from the outsides, and Drew Holiday's been locking up CP3. So I feel like they can keep that trend going. I know for sure that Bucks team or the Suns team is in the film room trying to figure it all out. So we'll see what happens tonight with that. So to move off the NBA Finals, I want to talk about the Lillard rumors. I just want to let you guys know that I am totally against this Lillard to the Lakers. I'm totally against the Lillard trade rumors, period. I tweeted over 2 weeks ago when all this shit started, what I just do not believe Lillard is the type of guy who's going to walk into the front office and be like, trade me. Okay, he's not that guy. He's already expressed last year, the year before, that he's just not that guy. He's not going to do those type of things. So is he going to sit down and maybe have a conversation about how to make Portland better? Yeah, I think that's realistic. Is he going to sit down and talk to Billups and talk to the owners and GMs about figuring out a way to acquire maybe somebody else? And then if they say they can't do it and they want to talk together about trading Damian Lillard, I think that's more of a possibility than Damian Lillard walking into the office and slamming his fist down and saying, trade me. I don't think that's the case. Portland has done a decent job of trying to get players around him to try to make them a championship contender. Not a championship team, a contender. So, and I don't think McCollum, was in full force this year. I've seen him play better. So that's my Lillard. That's my thing about Lillard. I'm not seeing that he's that type of guy. But we'll see what happens. I also don't think that even if he does get traded, he's going to go to the Lakers. I'm not seeing it. There's a better chance that the Suns lose the NBA Finals, and since Chris Paul turned down his option, he signs with the Lakers on a 2 or 3 year deal. Okay, and then the Lakers sign Carmelo Anthony to the veteran minimum. Okay, and you got LeBron, AD, Melo, and CP3 as a whole group, and LeBron and AD working real hard to get CP3 and Melo their first rings, or CP3 his second ring, and then Melo and them fight hard to get Melo his ring, his well-deserved ring. So, depending on obviously how this NBA Finals goes. Now, I will say this. If the Suns do win, I don't think they're going to be able to afford Chris Paul because he's going to be asking for a lot. But if CP3 leaves the Suns after a championship and goes to the Lakers and wins a second championship, he's top 3. He's top 3 point guards of all time. Now, me and my boys were talking about this shit. There might have to be 2 separate lists for point guards, traditional and shooting/scoring point guard, because the game has changed so much that the back in the day point guard really is not transitioning and comparing to like a Lillard, a Curry, these type of scoring guards. Obviously Magic is the greatest point guard of all time. We can't really argue that. With 5 rings and I think 7 trips. So he's going to be number 1 for me all the time. And now he just, to me, is number 1 in both categories. just because of sheer winning ability that he had. But so hold on. So I'll say this, right? Let's do like John Stockton, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul type of category, right? And then you got like Curry, Allen Iverson, Oscar Robertson. Even he could be in both also, Oscar. So that's the type of list that I'm making. But I'm thinking Chris Paul is top 5 in either one of those lists, and definitely top 3 in the traditional point guard list if he gets the second one. If he just gets this one, I'll put him top 5 on the traditional side. I'm not putting him top 5 on the scoring side at all. You got to be next level for that. And I'll even low key put Westbrook up there because I got a lot of respect for the work ethic that he puts in. That's that real quick. So next I didn't touch on any of the Ben Simmons situation, okay, which I'll do that real quick. I'm thinking that Ben Simmons does get traded from Philly. I do think he's a great fit in Golden State. If you could find a way to keep Curry and Clay, I'd get rid of Draymond, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what people really like about Draymond. He's a little weird. He's an uncoordinated guy who wasn't as bad as he is now. He's losing. Let's not forget, he was a 4-year player out of Michigan State. So he already came in the league aged a bit. So now he's already like 33, 34, okay? And I'm just not seeing him be able to anchor a D or orchestrate an offense like he was doing originally in the beginning before KD even got to Golden State. So I'm thinking that Ben Simmons can do Draymond Green's job better than him. So I'd get rid of Draymond. Maybe he's a Laker guy or even a Sacramento Kings guy. Just not thinking that he's gonna anchor a team the way that he used to. So I'm thinking Ben Simmons goes to Golden State, but Golden State got to find a way to keep Clay and Curry in the deal. They have Wiseman, they have some picks, so maybe they can do something like that. That's my Ben Simmons prediction. Okay, and he needs. Dude, I'm not telling him to be Carmelo Anthony for mid-range or KD for mid-range. I'm not asking that. I'm just telling you, can you just, shoot him? Just shoot them, man. They might even go in. I don't even know if you don't shoot it, they don't go in at all. So if you just shoot it, maybe they'll go in, and you can shoot. Maybe I don't even care if you shoot 25-30% from mid range. Just fucking shoot it. So keep people up on you because he can get by anybody. He's supposed to be the next LeBron. I'll be honest. He just completely disappointing. I watched him a lot at LSU, and I liked him, and I thought he was going to really be a problem in the league. He should be He should be taking over the league more than he has been with the type of attributes that this guy has. All right. My next topic that I missed on was Paul George. Okay, everybody says he had a great playoffs, but he didn't win. Do we give people, I don't get it. Are we giving people flowers for failing or are we not? Because we diss a lot of people for losing, and then when certain people lose, we don't diss them at all that they played great. So I don't know which way you guys are going to go with Paul George, and I don't know which way you guys are going to go with KD either, because you can't talk about both of them the same. KD is light years ahead of Paul George. So which one is it? Let me know in the comments, because I'm not even really going to get into this shit with these guys, because I'm pretty harsh when it comes to Paul George. I don't see what anybody sees. I really see someone who looks like they're actually working really hard to really hard to barely be a superstar. Like, you could say he's a superstar, but I don't know, man. He's like he might be right on the cusp of star and superstar. He might not be a superstar, I'll be honest with you. I can make a list of top 10 players in the league and easily have Paul George out of it. I might even be able to have him out of the top 15. So now new shit, Kawhi with his ACL, partial ACL tear. That's an interesting situation too, because I think he's going to opt out. If he opts out, that Clippers team is in shambles again, and Ain't no king of LA, I'll tell you that. Anyway, so I kind of touched on a lot there pretty quickly. So I'm glad to be back because now I'm going to get back into my routine, my weekly. I'll be here, don't worry. I did have a lot of technical difficulty issues too on my last video. I did like 2 hours of editing and none of it saved, none of it even logged in there, which kind of pissed me off. But I think I fixed it, so I'll be trying it on this video and seeing how that works. But that's it, man. That's your boy, James T. That's Speak Before You Think. That's episode 32 in the books. Like I said, I'm going with the Bucks for the NBA Finals. We got a game tonight. We'll see how it goes. And also, football season's right around the corner. So I'll be talking fantasy. I'll be talking, contenders, fakers, who's going to actually be like in the MVP talk this year. I think Dak's going to have a major year, big time bounce back, definitely going to win comeback player of the year. I don't even know who would even compete with it because he's about to light it up. Not even saying that from a Cowboy, fan standpoint. I'm just saying in general, I think that he's about to have a great year. And that's it right now. I'm glad to be back. Like I said, I really appreciate the support. I'll tell you, one thing that I wanted to talk about in the beginning of the video that I didn't get to was it's not easy doing this stuff. I got a lot of respect for YouTubers and a lot of respect for streamers who show up every single day with the same energy, with the same, no matter what's going on in their life, they show up, they do their thing. And a lot of people actually do it because they build the fan base and they don't want to let people down because people actually really do love their content. So I do want to, shout out to all the YouTubers and shout out to all the streamers who do this every day. Much respect to you. Like I said, I'm doing it once a week and it does become stressful. Now, I know I got an everyday job, and some of these guys, don't. They do it. This is what they do, but they have to start somewhere. So they started with the grind, right? Which I'll be trying to do the hardest I can. So anyway, again, guys, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. And tell everyone you love them. Make sure everybody that is around you is healthy and happy, and that's all that matters, right? All right, guys. Peace.